Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, this one kind of leads us right from the Hoover into this topic. The Hoover was the last video on Monday. This is the next topic automatically. What happens if you do answer the Hoover and you do go back to your narcissist? I can tell you nothing good is in store. And you might have just done it, so you might be turning this off. But just listen listen to me. Because it's vital you understand that this is a pattern for all of them. They all follow the same cycle. There is so much danger with you getting back with your narcissist. But to bottom line it for you, and then we'll unpack it, it always gets worse. And there are reasons it will get worse. It's as solid as mathematics. And let's discuss why it gets worse and how it gets worse. What happens after the Hoover is, if they've had to Hoover you, that means there was a breakup or a separation. Whether you discarded them or they discarded you, really, the bottom line is there was a separation, okay? What that tells me is, I'm assuming, the narcissist did something wrong. They betrayed you. They had an infraction. They did a bad thing. Cheated, lied, whatever. You caught them. There was a separation. They hoovered. You folded, you're back together. It's a situation, a place we've all been. Every single person in this audience is somebody that has been through this. I've told you that before. Our subscribers, one by one, they go up because I'm organically letting this channel leak out to the world. So anyone that there's no family and friends. I don't put this on my Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok. I don't. This is it. This channel, and I'm letting it leak out to the world. That's important for you to recognize because when you read the comments, you're reading it from someone that has been through it. So here you are, you're back together. Now, your narcissist knows what they did, right? They know you know what they did. Even if they're telling you the malarkey of, I'm going to change, and you're the best, and I learned now, and aren't you wonderful, and I should never have done that to you, and you don't deserve that. You deserve to be put on a pedestal. All this language they used in Hoover, right? So now they're back in front of you. The problem is, they know you know the lousy part of them. What they did is bad. So you can't possibly see them the same way anymore. My proof of that, my narcissist used to say it. Pace back and forth, shaking his head. He'd go, you're just never going to see me the same way again. This is when it became clear to me. This is why I'm telling you this. You're just never going to see me like in a defeatist way. Me over here. Oh, we'll work it out. No, don't say that. It'll be, oh God, I think back. He knew that they call it, the mask had dropped, right? So there's a mask. They pretend to be something that they are not during love bombing. They pretend to be this Prince Charming. They are not Prince Charming. They've done this to many people. Prince Charming didn't feel that way over many, many, many women in the kingdom. He chose one. The narcissist love bombs and does this cycle with many people throughout their life. None of us are special to the narcissist. We're just a being in the place. We bite on their game and we're their new victim. And they pretty much have us in their until we are done with them. Because they'll play with you as long as we'll allow it. They'll keep as many things going with as many people going as will be allowed, right? So they know that their mask has slipped. So you've now seen the truth of them. You can't unsee it. I don't care if you work it out and you're in you see it and you know it every day and they know you know it and they hear it. And when they're going out, there's distrust now and you have questions for them and you have parameters for them and you have boundaries for them and you have questions for them. And let me look at your phone now and where were you and No, the narcissist does not like any of that. And some of us, many of us, have tried the other way. Well, I'll just get back to, and I won't ask him a thing. I won't ask one thing, and I won't. So just let them have what, carte blanche to go behave how they want in the world with anybody? That's not fair. Why? Because you want that person so bad? Why? Do we really want them so bad? Why? Oh. To get back to the why, that it's going to get worse for you every time you get back together with a narcissist. Because they know that you already know the truth, they have no incentive to behave. And they won't behave anyway. But now it might even be, mine started to get open about it. Right in front of me. Not in front of me with actions, but very much open about triangulating me and letting me know there's somebody over here, but she doesn't really mean anything. It's really you. If you give your heart to me, I won't go anywhere else ever again. But he was going to. I didn't see him the same way. I didn't think he was a nice person anymore. I wasn't laughing at his jokes. He started to look really pathetic to me, and he knew it. A narcissist cannot be with someone that has ill feelings towards them, about them, at all. They want somebody who reveres them, loves them, worships them, thinks they're God. So they can turn around right out of your house. You think you're back together? Okay. The next time he's out and he finds new supply, not to say he consummates that relationship, but if he is out, there is going to be flirting, exchanging of a number, asking a girl out, flat out cheating again. Why? Because they can now be whoever they want to a new person who will revere them, worship them, think they're great, get sucked into the love bombing. The narcissist can watch them swooning during love bombing. The narcissist has to have the people in their life swooning for them. Not just existing, working it out. Again, to use a normal non-disordered relationship as an example. People go through things. They might even cheat on each other. They go to counseling. They work it out. There could be lengthy periods of time during which you're both on simmer, on medium. There's no highs. There's no lows. Blah, 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 blah. But you work it out. You stick it out together and you get through it. I've known couples that have done that. With a narcissist, those times on simmer, on medium, they're not waiting around for things to get better with you. They're going and getting what they need. They need to feel revered beyond. They have a grandiose view of themselves, that they are fabulous, that they are almighty, that they are deserving of love, even though way inside they have a huge amount of self-hatred. They know their own cycle, even if they don't have the words for it. So they've done this to you, a wonderful person, let's presume, right? And now they want you back, and you said yes, so they can rest easy for a second, like breathe, like, okay, I got her back. It might be because they don't have a place to go yet if they live with you. It might be they don't have new supply yet. And at least you're giving them something. They can't be alone. Ever. They need their ego stroked 24/7, 365. 24/7, 365. They hate their own company. So they rely on others to pump them up, right? So I make this channel trying to pump you guys up through education and empowerment. They need others. They look to external factors. They can't sit in their own space and pump themselves up like we try to do here, right? No way. They need others. Well, you've seen their truth. How are you going to do that? Well, I was nice to them. I said nice things. We got back to it. We went on a picnic. It was. They know you've seen their truth. You can't unsee somebody cheating on you. You can't suddenly trust someone again. They can't trick you with love bombing. You might succumb to a Hoover and get back together, but they know it's going to be different. You've told them it is. You set parameters out loud. So how do things get worse? Well, I already mentioned one. They might get to the point that they're just right in front of you just to see how you feel. Well, I don't know. This girl's texting me. It's somebody I met last month. What should I do? You're a grown man or woman. You're a grown man. Figure it out. What do you mean? They're triangulating you to test the waters, to see how you'll react, to see how far they can go. How mad are you going to get? How many questions are you going to come out with? How many, is that going to make you want to look at their phone? How far a leash do they still have? What are you going to say about it? Are you going to believe them? Are you going to react lovingly? Are you going to react mad? And then comes more devalue. They're not going to stop their ill behavior. So that's the how. They're going to go out and get whatever supply they need to receive the feeling of an ego trip that they need, because they're not getting it with you. Post Hoover, they are not getting it with you. I don't care how fabulous, I don't care how wonderful of a night you had, they are not getting it with you, since you already know the truth of them. They need to find somebody who doesn't know the ugly truth of their being, charm that person, and they will laugh at my jokes. They will hear my stories again. They will think I'm all that in a bucket of chicken, right? I didn't even look at my narcissist as even the slightest bit handsome once I was at the end. And generically speaking, I guess generically he's probably a handsome guy in the world, I guess. But not really. At the end, I thought he was so ugly because I knew his insides. I couldn't even get excited to see him. Everything turned around. He knew it. I knew it. I was never going back to him. I got sucked in a couple of times to spend more time with him, but I wasn't love languaging back. I wasn't saying we're back together. I wasn't saying I love you, I miss you. I was just being a fool and spending more time. Just dragging out the inevitable. So that's the biggest piece of advice I can get you to help you move forward is look at what you think is the inevitable. Like I finally looked at it and said, there's no way. It wasn't that long that I knew this cat was not going to be the end all in my life. But I was still trauma bonded. I had still been love bombed. I had tremendous cognitive dissonance a few videos back. Tremendous about the situation. And I was always inner. I had so much stress. I knew he was a bad idea. I knew he was a bad egg. I knew it. You could see it. You could see it. You could see it. But I kept half entertaining a visit or a phone call, or maybe I'd let him finally get through. And I would go periods of no contact for lengths of time. You think you're out of the woods, so you might just return the call because you think, well, I was concerned. I mean, I did spend time with him, so as a friend, I'm concerned. Was he in danger? They'll say anything to get you to call them back. Well, I just need you. I mean, I don't feel well. I got that. Oh, I'm sick. I don't feel well. Can you call me back? By that point, I was like, I don't care what's happening to him. And eventually, they fade off. And some videos will tell you they never do. But I think if you don't get back together with your narcissist and you don't respond to your narcissist, they can only take so much rejection, which is what you're doing when you're not responding, right? So eventually they will move on because they don't want to continually get, egg on the face, right? And keep calling you and you don't answer. And they'll try that for as long as they think they might have a chance with you biting, with you responding, with you answering them. I'm telling you, once you get back together with a narcissist, the dangers are ridiculous. That's oftentimes where, even if they didn't physically abuse you before, everything is now heightened post a Hoover. You've had this terrible downside where somebody discarded somebody. These infractions happened. They were probably yelling, screaming, crying, tears. Now you're into it again. He Hoovered you. He took you back. What do you think your reaction is going to be if he does it again? He's promised you he wouldn't, swore to God, went through all this to get you back. He'll do it again. And you will be stunned and floored and not know what to do. And your reaction might be even bigger. So his reaction to your reaction could get bigger and more dangerous. Please keep yourselves safe. Just do yourself a favor and really think it through. Write down the person's qualities and ask yourself if your 15-year-old self thought that this would be your path. My 15-year-old self would never have allowed even a junior high school boy to do the things to me that this guy did. He was mean. He was mean. Name calling. Name calling? Are you out of your mind? But you just, oh, he was drunk. He didn't mean it. He did. I ask you to look at their qualities. Is that the person you want carrying you through life? Can you trust them to carry you? I can't even finish that question. Of course you can't. And you deserve more. You deserve way more. I could just cry because I know there are some people that think, well, this is it. I'm stuck here. That's a whole other video. Whether or not you're stuck is a whole other video, which I've made some on that. There are ways you can break away from them. And this is one of them. Resisting the Hoover, not getting back together with your narcissist. I really caution you guys. This can be such a delicate time. Because I know your heart is dying to hear this from them. I know they're saying everything I always wanted them to say. They know it too. They know what you've been wanting them to say. That's why they're doing it. They're tailor-making their Hoover for you. And they have phrases they say to everybody. He could be hoovering 3 other women saying the same things. But what you like, he's going to put in there also. So if you were after marriage, if you were, whatever, he's going to put that in there. But they say the same things. It's you. It's always been you. You're my heart. I can't be with that. Time and action are the only 2 things that you can see from anybody where you can trust, especially with a narcissist. You can't trust any word that comes out of their mouth. They've already lied to you. If somebody lies, then they lie. That's what they do. Well, he wouldn't lie now. He promised. He told me never again would he do that. He told you before he did it the first time that he would never betray you, too. In love bombing, you were his everything, and he did it. So now they're trying to win something. They're trying to get you back. So if they did and you did get back with them, they're going to devalue you again, knowing your behavior of taking them back taught them that it's okay. You might say, oh, God, no, he knows it's not okay. I thought you took him back. You took him back. It's not a non-disordered person you took back, where there's a healthy possibility of working things out. One of you goes awry, there might have been something in the relationship, things get old, stale, whatever, you work it out. That's not going to happen with a narcissist. They're not going to suddenly do a 180 and be the person you want them to be. It's so important. I really want you to stay safe. I just wanted to mention this because there's some of you going through it right now. Please give it a thought and reach out in the comments if you're having help on how to stay in your lane of not going back to the narcissist. This audience is filled with people with stories you wouldn't believe, and they are very cooperative, and we will reach back out. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.